6 p.m. We are in another country. This police officer was so mad. Remember, we had no passports, we had no IDs. I knew sasa hapa kimeumana, kimeturamba. I was like, oh my god, if we get arrested in this place, like we are finished. Have you ever been arrested in a foreign country for filming or doing content or taking photographs where you're not supposed to do? What did you do? Kindly comment below how you reacted and how the case turned out, because I know for some people it has turned out very, very ugly. Welcome to another very interesting episode, and today is a sit down because I want to talk about something that happened to me when I went to Uganda. About 5 days ago, I left my country Kenya for the first time and crossed the border to Uganda. If you haven't watched that video, I'll put it in the description box. Malaba town is a town at the border of Kenya and Uganda. Malaba town is divided into two. So there is Malaba, Kenya and Malaba, Uganda. We crossed the Kenyan-Ugandan border and crossed over to Uganda. During market days, Ugandans cross the border from Ugandan side to the Kenyan side to come and buy stuff like clothes, shoes, all sorts of things. They cross over to our country Kenya, and then later on they go back to their country. So there are not so many restrictions at the border for the people who walk in and out. One of my cousins always goes to Uganda, so he knows around the place. So it was very easy for us to just cross the border. As long as you don't show like you're a new person, you don't have a lot of luggage, you're not so heavily dressed up, you're not behaving like a visitor, you're not like behaving like you're taking so many videos. And that's why the videos that I took were kind of shaky, because I didn't want to make it obvious that I was taking videos. If you're in Malaba town and you want to cross over to the Ugandan side, you just walk and pass by. We weren't asked for IDs, we weren't asked for passports, we weren't asked for any yellow fever card, we weren't stopped for a search, nothing. We just walked in of Uganda just like that. When we walked in, we were very excited, we were very happy. It was us crossing the border for the first time, and we were so happy. I didn't want to make it obvious that I am recording the whole episode, but I wanted to record just to remember this experience. We went in there, we took videos at the entrance, we changed Kenyan money to Ugandan money, we took videos of us eating and buying some stuff. We walked around, we saw the people, we saw the country. At some point, we would even have taken a matatu. In Uganda, they call them taxis. We would have taken a taxi to Tororo. Actually, they were charging us 3,000 Ugandan shillings each to go to Tororo, but time was not on our side. And I actually thank God that we didn't take that step to go to Tororo. Someone said in the video that we posted about us going to Uganda for the first time that you guys are virgins in Uganda, and it was true. We were virgins in that country. We were behaving like people who've never gone to that country. We were literally so excited. After going around Malaba, Uganda, at the gate where you leave Uganda, there's something like a police post, and then there are police officers seated at the gate. I don't really like interacting with police. You know, as Kenyans, we just don't like anywhere where we interact with police. You'd rather the police go their way and you go your way, and you don't crash anywhere, because if you interact with police anywhere in Kenya, you know you won't just go like that. They won't let you just go like that. Initially, when we were coming into Uganda, we didn't even talk to them. They didn't ask us questions when we were getting in, so we just went in. So when we were coming back, and we were taking the last video and pictures so that we can leave and go back to Kenya, it was around 6 p.m. The sun was actually setting. I think we were too excited. We lost track of how we were moving. We were ignorant of how we were crossing the streets and stuff. We mistakenly went to take videos and photos in a place that is not allowed, but we didn't know. It was out of our ignorance. We were just too excited about the whole thing. Where it's written "Welcome to Uganda," we wanted to take some photos and some videos of us in that place. We were crossing the other side and we looked confused. So one of the police officers from the other side, yes, he had seen us coming in obviously, but now we were going out, called us from the other side. So he said, nyinyi, just come. So when I saw a police officer was calling us, I knew sasa hapa kimeumana, kimeturamba. I was like, oh my god, if we get arrested in this place, like we are finished. It's 6 p.m. We are in another country. we've just come like that. We have not, we had carried little money, yes, but apart from that, remember, we had no passports, we had no IDs, we had nothing to identify us as who we are. But obviously, they could see we are foreigners, like we are Kenyans. The police officer started calling us, "Can you come? What are you guys doing?" At first, we were startled, so we all froze, especially me. So I froze, and he called the guy who was taking us videos. And when the guy crossed over, I saw the way the police officer was making noise at him, and I said, "Sasa hapa ni kutumia ujanja," because this police officer was so mad. He was raging mad. He was like, "What are you guys doing? What do you think you're doing here? Why are you taking videos and photos of that place? It is not allowed. Why can't you come and ask for permission?" And the guy was raging mad. There were 3 police officers. So there was the one who called us, there was a lady, and there was a guy. Hapo ndio tulijua kimeumana, like kimeturamba, as we say here in Kenya. When I saw the situation of what was going on, nikasema sasa, here is being humble. We just must be humble. Ni kujitetea. Mimi tumbo yangu ilikuwa imejaa maji. When that policeman called us, he was threatening to arrest us or take us to the Uganda cell or something. I personally had to try and calm him down, use all my skills to try and calm him down, tell him, "I'm sorry, we are so sorry, we didn't know it is wrong to record here. You know, I love Uganda, I will come back, this is not the last time I will be here." Even some other policemen were gathering to see now how it's gonna go down. And for real, I thought it's gonna go down. I thought you're gonna get arrested. I thought watatufunga. But I think police have a way of telling if someone is genuine, or they have a way of telling people's intentions. I think they are trained to do that. I'm doing this video for you guys to learn, not to be ignorant, because that policeman said, you know, you guys should have come and asked for permission, and would have given you permission to take videos and record in that specific part where it's not allowed. Well, basically, for security reasons, people are not allowed to film in that specific area. Certain countries are not so friendly. Certain people in certain countries are not so friendly. Certain laws of certain countries are not too friendly. So I'm doing this video for you guys to learn that anytime you go to a new country, it's good to ask questions. So even if we don't like police, we don't like involving ourselves with police anywhere, as Kenyans or as people from any other part of the world, sometimes it's good to take the risk and ask them questions. Ask them, is it wrong for me to do this? Is it wrong for me to film here? Is it wrong for me to take photos here? That police officer later calmed down. He said it's okay. He started joking about it. He started telling us, mwenye hana bwana hapa, kuja tukutafutie bwana wa Uganda. And you know, in the end, we were making jokes and we were making fun about it. But that situation could have turned out ugly. You know, getting arrested in a foreign country, you know, can turn out to be really ugly. I can imagine if you had been arrested. It is 6 p.m. We need to go back home. We need to go back to our usual business. We have just come here for fun, to see this country that admired for a long time. That situation could have gotten ugly. Yes, be confident about yourself. Don't act suspicious or as if you're doing something wrong, because anyway, you're just creating content about that country. But ask questions as well. Some law enforcers can be really harsh. When they call you to ask you questions, answer confidently and be truthful. As long as you're truthful, because you say the truth, you said we are Kenyans, we are from Kenya, we came here, we didn't know it is wrong to record or take content in this part of the country, but we are sorry, we apologize. That is why they let us go. Otherwise, it would have turned out ugly. Learn from me, learn from us, learn from our situation. Always be humble, be truthful, but be confident as well. In the end, we were released. Nani alikuwa anataka kubaki? Hakuna, mmeshtuliwa na huyo askari. Askari ametushtua. As we were going in now into Kenya, we had to ask permission at the entry of Kenya whether we can take photos of that board which says welcome to Uganda. They said we could take photos, but we should not face our cameras towards Uganda. We face them towards that signage, that road signage, but we should not face our cameras towards Uganda. We are very, very grateful. Personally, I'm very, very grateful to those police officers because they listened to us. Well, obviously they could see we had no bad intentions and they let us go. If you're from Uganda, just know that I still love your country. I am going to come back and go to another part of the country like Tororo, Kampala, Mbale. Please subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and like this video.